In a previous video, I showed you how you can set up your professional business email for free and access it with webmail. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to set up your professional business email and access it through your free Gmail account. The process is pretty much the same. Using your domain name that you purchased from Namecheap or from TMD Hosting, you access your cPanel. From here, you go to your email accounts to set this up. In the first video, we set up support at Capable of Victory. I'm going to set up another one for the sake of this particular video. So in this case, we are going to set up updates at Capable of Victory. Set it at unlimited. Keep this checked so you can make sure that emails actually do get there. Create your account. So now we have updates at Capable of Victory set up. What we're going to do now is, instead of going to access it from webmail, as I showed you in the previous video, we're actually going to set this up so that we can pull it from our Gmail account. So open that up and leave this. This is the information that you are going to need. Head over to Gmail and we're going to go to the gears option, settings. And this is not the forwarding or pop. We're going to use the account and import. And from here, we're going to need to configure two spaces. The first one is the send mail as well as check mail from other account. So let's go ahead and add our email address. Now this side looks technical and it may look scary, but there's nothing to worry about. Go ahead and you can keep the name as is. Put in the email address here. Treat this as an alias, that's fine. And leave this as is because you want to be able to have this email replied to. Any emails coming from this email address should be replied to. Next. Now to input this information here, you need to go back to your cPanel. This is the information that we're looking at. So since we are setting up our outgoing server, you need this. And remember this SMTP port number 465. Go back to Gmail, enter the server address here, 465, and make sure this is the full email address. Put in your password here. And make sure that it is the SSL. Now you need to get this particular information. So that means you need to go back to your webmail and get the email that was just sent to you. It will have a code in there. Get the confirmation and put the confirmation in here. Verify this. And once you get here, make sure this is checked. Reply from the same address this message was sent to. Because you'll be sharing this particular email address with your personal email address, I think it is prudent that you have this checked so that when you're responding to personal emails, it comes from your personal email. And when you're responding to your business emails, they're coming from your business email. So this was to send emails. Now let's set this up so that we can receive emails. Put the email address in here. This is fine. Go ahead and hit next. Now again, make sure your username is your full email address. Put that in here and then change the POP server. Now this is where you need to go back to your cPanel and get this. And we're setting up the POP, so remember 995. We're looking for 995. We can leave the copy in the server. Make sure it's always, so if you want to check it via webmail, you can check it. Make sure it's SSL. I do recommend that. And we're going to label all the emails that are coming into this. And I wanted to skip the inbox. So I've already created the label here. If you don't have a label, you can go to new and go ahead and create your label. But I want everything going into this particular folder or into this particular label. And we will add account. And that's it. So let's go over and double check to make sure that everything that we've done actually works. So we're going to send it to update. So the message is sent. Let's check our Gmail to see if it came through. All right. So it's not going to be in our inbox because we did ask it to skip the inbox. But what you will notice here is my label, capable of victory, has been created automatically. And there's one email in there. So I'll check it. The confirmation email is in here. This is the first email. So it pulled that email that was already in the server. It pulled it in. And here it is. Here is the test email that we sent ourselves. It did take a little bit to get here, but this is because it's a fresh setup. So let's take a look. Perfect. Now let's respond and see if we can actually send out emails with this email address. All right, so let's head over to our webmail in the support email and see if that came through. And here we go. Our response came through. So guys, that is the second way you can set up your professional business email and actually pull it with your Gmail account. And yet, this is still not my favorite way. It is better than using webmail, but I will show you the third way in another video. Take care.